Thanks, Chad. I'm Stephen Heumann, and I'm out on the Seegmiller Mountain Loop, which is one of the trails you can take out here on the Tri-State OHV Jamboree. But you can also come out here whenever you want. It's a beautiful trail, and I want to show it to you today. Plus, it's 85 degrees today. Spring has sprung. It's going to be awesome. Let's hit the trail.
St. George, Utah is one of the oldest cities in the state, having been settled in 1861 as a cotton mission established by Mormon pioneers. Today it acts as the gateway to Utah for anyone traveling north on I-15, as well as the entryway to thousands of miles of trails that sit on the city's doorstep. That's one of the reasons the Tri-State ATV Jamboree has called this area home for the past 10 years. One of the longer loop trails in the area is just south of town and offers a run through the desert with a little bit for everybody.
This is Seegmiller, and it's a really exciting ride with vast panoramas. It's got tight sections and some rocky sections. People can look for miles and see off into the beautiful landscape all the way to St. George, or we can be tight and in the middle of hills and the canyon.
There's a lot of history to be seen in the area, and that's one of the things that I really like and enjoy doing. Is learning about the history of the area, and the country is rugged in some areas and the rock formations are fantastic.
Those formations turn the entire horizon into a deep crimson, with bluffs that jut out of the ground rooted in red and white while topped in the black of volcanic boulders. The history is on display at almost every turn. As a part of the old temple trail that led settlers to St. George, rustlers and cowpokes came through here often, leaving behind their names and dates in axle grease on the eternal canyon walls. One of the historical highlights of the Seegmiller Loop is actually within the first few miles of the ride, Fort Pierce, an old lava rock outpost erected in 1885 that acted as sanctuary to travelers during the decades of the Black Hawk War. Its walls still stand tall, overlooking canyons that have been untouched by the almost century and a half since it was built. These accommodations may have been fine for travelers in the 1880s, but lucky for us, modern-day pioneers will find much more comfortable fare when coming to this area today.
St. George and Hurricane and Lavercan are pretty much the gateway to Zion National Park. And there's a lot of places to stay and things to enjoy here. There's golf courses. A lot of kids love this area to get on their quads or just come and look for fossils. It's a really friendly environment for all ages.
While the hotels are nice, the group I'm with today still have their minds on exploration as we continue moving forward on the 50-mile Seegmiller Loop. Parts of the trail are wide and smooth, others take us through cattle lands and into canyons that drop hundreds of feet in a matter of moments. Each turn in the road offers something worthwhile, but that's sort of true for every ride. New vistas, new memories, new moments to cherish.
A day of riding to me is joining another level of reality. It's not a job where you're sitting at a desk or you're going through the humdrum of a business. You're in an environment that is accommodating to you and needs our respect and our protection. We respect what this country is and what it can be for other users.
It is a real good family activity. Being with the family, telling them about the history of the area or what I know as we travel through the area, stop along the way and show them different things.
And there is no lack of things to see today on Seegmiller. While it is a lengthy ride, taking anywhere between 4 to 6 hours depending on how often you stop to sightsee, it is full of life and color, which is only highlighted by the smiles of the riders at your side. There is always more to the desert than what a cursory glance can afford. And for anyone taking an excursion into these back hills, you won't be disappointed by what you find.
You're going to have a really good time. You're really going to see some exciting vistas. It's fulfilling in a great number of ways to be under the blue sky, and it's a neat experience.
And there's many other trails around here that are just as fun and just as pretty, and they could spend a whole week here and travel different routes around and see a lot of different country.